The Sherman and Tingle Show. Mornings on 97.1 FM The Drive, Chicago's classic rock.
How about that guy, that Jean-Paul LaPierre, the guy, because the video came out last night, it was on TV all over the place, the guy that was on the L train. It wasn't even from Chicago and got that gun away from that guy.
Very proud of him. He went in there and said, you know what? Enough is enough. We can't take this anymore. And he made a move and it paid off.
Yeah, the story
Despite people telling him to stop.
The story came out a couple of days ago, but it adds a whole new element when you see the video of it. And you felt even more for the guy because nobody stepped in. He was the only one, and they're on the train. And
They were telling him to stop. They're saying, sir, just don't escalate the problem. No, somebody put a foot down and said, I'm not going to take this anymore.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Give the guy credit for stepping up. I don't know how common that is. I don't think many people do that.
Have you ever intervened with a stranger?
I did, and I have a habit of doing that, and I sometimes I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do that because there's fight or flight, and for some reason the fight is the default on me. I don't know why.
You always go to fight?
Yeah, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be that way.
Well, you gotta look at your surroundings first before you decide to fight. You gotta make sure that you're not going to be alone. That person who you're going to intervene doesn't have a whole flock of fellow assailants.
Yeah.
You got to be smart about how you're going to intervene.
Which, by the way, the guy on the train did have friends on the train.
Yeah.
And they started threatening him because, they were obviously outnumbering him, but he did not cower back to them. He just said, no, too bad.
Yeah, have you ever stepped in? 312-642-WDRV. I helped out a friend of mine because he was getting screwed around with, this was a long time ago, but there was one guy in town, you never messed with him because he was strong. We went to high school with this guy, but he had a little screw loose though too. I'm not going to say his name in case he's listening right now because I don't want him to come kill me now because I thought he was going to kill me then. But he came after my friend, but then I jumped in after him. So I'm holding him down in almost like a chokehold way, and he hauled off and jacked me in the face, and somehow I threw it off.
And you knew this guy?
Yeah, we knew. Well, no way were we friends with this guy.
Right.
But when we finally let him up, we're like, chill out. And he gets up. He's like, I'm coming back and killing all of you. So then he walks away. We're like, well, great. I guess we have that to look forward to. Happy days.
But like this guy on the train, have you ever intervened with a total stranger?
Yeah.
Stop something.
312-642-WDRV. We want to give you credit, just like we're giving credit to Jean-Paul LaPierre. Next on 97.1 FM The Drive.
Sherman and Tingle in the morning.
What a hero, that guy, that video of the guy that came out yesterday. I mean, the story was a couple of days old, but the video of that guy on the CTA train that disarmed that guy that was robbing people, Jean-Paul LaPierre.
He pinned that guy up against the door and said, don't move. Somebody call the cops. I'll knock you out if you try to do anything.
Yeah, tough guy from Boston. Has a very French name, but he's just a tough guy from Boston.
Credit to him. And has there been a time where you stepped in? We want to give you credit just like that guy, Mark. Mark, what's yours?
We, two of my buddies and myself and my 4-year-old daughter were at a White Sox game, and about 4 rows behind us, there was about 6 drunk guys giving these 3 girls in front of them a real hard time, yelling, screaming, cussing at them and everything. And there was a older couple sitting next to them, and the older guy got up and said, look, leave the girls alone and that. So then they started picking on him and said, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? So I'm 6'2", 250. My one buddy's 6'4", probably about 285. He's a bouncer.
They sound like really brilliant guys. What are you going to do about it? And that's what they say to you guys in your description.
Yep. So my other buddy's 6'5", so we stood up and said, you don't know what he's going to do about it, but we know what we're going to do about it. And they kind of looked at us and said, yeah, what are you going to do about it? So we started to walk out of our seats to walk up the aisle, and then they kind of sat down and said, wait a minute, okay. So they sat down. Then about an inning later, they started again. And then we got up and looked around, and then on the other side of the road, there were about 4 other big guys over there. They got up, and then they kind of looked, and then one of the girls went to get the Andy Frayne usher. She came down. They took them and took them out. But, all the people around us actually said, don't worry, to us the first time.
So did you take them out? I'm sorry to rush you here. Did you knock these guys out?
No, they shut them up.
Okay.
We shut them up, and then we got them escorted out because they just wouldn't stop picking on them.
Okay, so they got him kicked out. All right.
Good for you.
All right, good. Good for you. Hey, Matthew in Chicago, what happened? When did you step in?
Yeah, what it was is I had just got home from driving. I drive Uber and Lyft overnights, right?
Yep.
And what happened was I had just got home, parked my car. I was by my front door, and I was just about to put the key in it. I heard this loud noise, like, by the corner, right? So I looked over and I see this white cargo van kind of like at the stop sign, and I heard yelling. So I ran down there real quick, and I seen two guys struggling against the car, and I'm like, like a really, big tone. I just said, "Hey, what are y'all doing? What's going on?" It's like 3:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock, right? And then one of the people took off, like the guy took off, right? And I'm like, okay, that was weird. And the guy that was there, he said thank you because he was getting robbed and carjacked at the same time.
No kidding.
Wow. And had you not stepped in, he would have continued to get robbed.
Probably,
yeah. And it could have been a lot worse. Good for you. Hey, Richie in Villa Park. Look at all this. This awesome that so many people are stepping in.
Yeah.
Richie in Villa Park. When did you step in?
Hey, I'm a grave digger for a living, and I work in Elmhurst. And I came up to the light at 83 North Avenue, and I'm just kind of looking around, and next to me, there's a guy beating his girlfriend up in the car. So I rolled down the window. I go, "Hey, knock it off!" I yelled. And the guy looked at me and gave me the finger. And I'm like, you know what? He continued to do what he was doing. I'm like, this is it. It's over with. So I put my pickup in park, and I got out of the car. I walked around the side of it, and I opened his door up, and I grabbed him by his collar, and I knocked him right in the forehead and knocked him out.
Good.
Good for you.
I love it.
And then you took him to work.
And buried him.
Nope.
Oh, you didn't.
Should've.
He didn't take him to work. Then?
Should've.
Well, hey, good for
No,
you.
I'll tell you what. The girl was very, very respectful and very nice. And
Well, good for you.
Yeah,
for
she
you.
didn't deserve
For
that.
stepping in.
Thank you.
Woman beaters need to be punished.
It's 97.1 FM The Drive.
The Sherman and Tingle Show. Mornings on 97.1 FM The Drive, Chicago's classic rock.